So this is the last problem in mini review number 4. You have to do 5 of these. I like these problems. There's no, you're not going to get them wrong. You just have to keep trying to move these numbers until you get something that matches. So what the best idea is that I use, I have this kind of reference point. I'm going to focus on this guy right here. And first I'm going to look and see how it moved. So it moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces down. So now I'm going to put a -6 out here. Because if you put a number on the outside of the parentheses, that means you're moving the Y number. So that moves it 6 spaces down. And then from this point to this point, we move 3 spaces left. So when you move left and right, you have to put it into the parentheses. Remember the X is the naughty number. So if I put in a -3 here, it's actually going to move it the wrong way. It's going to move it to the right. And I don't want that. So I'm going to make this a positive. So it's okay if you put the wrong number, that's fine. Now the last thing is this absolute value, this V shape needs to flip over. So that means the Y values are getting negated. So out here in front of the entire thing, I'm going to put a negative. And once you've got it, then it gives you your equation. Cool. And now you can submit it. So I think this is pretty cool in that you can make mistakes and see what happens when you put in either the wrong number or a number in a different spot. Let's try one more. Okay, so this looks like a square root function. It's kind of like array. So again, I'm going to just pick a point, and since it starts at 0, 0, for me, that seems like a good place to look at. So I can tell this is moving up 2 spaces. So I'm going to put a 2 on the outside. And once I click off of that, then it will actually move it. And it's flipped over the y-axis. So when you reflect something over the y-axis, that means you are negating the x value. So I'm not going to put a minus here. All that'll do is shift it left or right. In front of the x, I'm going to put a negative. And now it flips. So definitely play around with these. Remember, it is no risk. That's the word I'm looking for. Like this looks like a hot mess. But I'm going to take my little reference point because otherwise I get too overwhelmed. I'm going to look at that. And that looks like it's probably a matcher. So this is, I'm not going to say it's 0, -6, but it's kind of close. So it looks like we've done some type of reflection. So let's just start with reflecting over the x-axis and see what happens. Okay, cool. If I didn't like that, I could always just put it back. Okay, again, no risk. So I know there's a reflection over the x-axis, but now it looks like this is moved up. So I'm going to erase that. So from here, it's going to move up, let's say 1, 2, 3, it looks like kind of a decimal. 1, let's just go with, let's say it moves up 4. Let's see what happens. Not quite. Okay, I'll try 5. Okay, that looks a little better. And it looks like it's moved left 1 or 2 spaces. It's hard for me to count. But since I'm moving left in the parentheses, I'm going to keep a plus. So let's see. Nope, that was too much. 1. Perfect. All right. Hopefully this makes sense. And of course, if you have questions, please let us know and ask.